Oh, is it working? So today we've had really iffy internet stuff. So I apologize if anything crazy happens. And right now we do have cell service. So if anything happens, I'll pull it up on my phone or connect whatever. I'm out of breath. I don't know why I got all nervous because it said like things were happening. And I had to, so I was rocking out on my way back home from town, and I had to like super hold back so I didn't screw up my voice. It was hard. So let's see who's here. Hi, Fleetwood Patch. How are you? My friend Brian from Castle Highs. Hi, Romantic. Big John. The Tinker's Wife. Patty. Mainwood's Chick. Hey, girl. I think I got everybody. Oh, and Bruce P. Swarm King. Hello, hello. How is everybody today? Mulberry Branch Farm. Hi. So, Mulberry Branch Farm asked me what I use to mark my queens. And if you want, I'll send you a affiliate link. I'll put it in my description or something. I don't want to take the time to do it right now, but I use Posca paint pens. They are permanent, where your chalk markers are not permanent, and they're like non-toxic and all that. But I'll send you a thing that like comes with the little marker cage thing and the pen. What color is next year, guys? This year was blue. I forget. The other beekeepers should know what colors for next year. Is it white? I don't know. Green? No, green was last year. Yay, Castle Hive's out of quarantine. I think the chat's a little slow today, so I apologize if I get behind. Oh, man. So I had to go into town and pick up a prescription. And so, you know, I'm all like sleepy now because it took a lot of energy to go out in the real world. Fleetwood Patch says, so I went to a local homestead supply company today. They said beekeeping is starting to become the next, quote, chicks and mason jars surge. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, like chickens? Like everyone started doing the backyard chickens? Bruce, but there's actual colors for the years. So that's not helpful. Brian, do you know what color is for queens next year? So, this morning I woke up. It's been raining. Like a lot. Like my poor little backyard pond. It's overflowing. It's raining that much. Like it's been raining like with maybe like little bits of breaks since sometime when I was sleeping this morning. Oh gosh, you guys, I can't believe you don't know either. I have to look now. Queen year colors. You guys could have helped me out on that. Well, there's still a shortage of mason jars, Mainwood's Chick. Like, I can't find them. Like, I'm so glad I didn't have a ton of honey this year because I think it's white too. So for the colors, for years ending in 1 or 6 is white. Years ending in 2 or 7 is yellow. Years ending in 3 or 8 is red. Years ending in 4 or 9 is green. And years ending in 5 or 0 are blue. And then, you know, for me, like blue is a really hard color to like kind of see when there's like a bunch of bees. So I picked like a really nice, fun aqua blue. So you can go like and honestly, you don't have to follow this either, but it's nice if you want to keep track of your queens and that how, like when you got them and stuff. Hi, Pete's Homestead, Pete's Little Homestead, and Emma from Sunny's Place. It's okay that you were late. Nothing exciting happened. We were just talking about the colors queens, honeybee queens are to be marked if you're to stick with the international color code. Castle Hives. 2021 will be my 4th season. We're really not that far off from each other, which is nice. Okay, so I think I was saying I was really glad that I didn't get honey this year because I'm kind of against using plastic for my honey, and that's just a personal thing. Like I like to, you know, use jars and stuff so people can reuse them for whatever they want when the honey's gone. And so I know a lot of places like went to using plastic this year, which because of the jar shortage. Castle Hive. So my queen, the one that I just posted a video about on Wednesday, she was a 2000. Well, originally, not the queen that was showed, but the original queen there was a 2019 queen, and then they just superseded her, which is whatever. But Sunny's Place, are you an hour ahead or 2? I forget. (2019) was green. Last 2 yellows. I don't know. Okay, did I miss anything? And as always, if I miss your guys' question or anything, please just retype it. It is helpful if you put questions in caps if you want to. I'll try my best to, you know, read them all as I can. Oh, okay, 2 hours ahead. 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, so you're here for an hour. Okay. Hi, MB Heritage Farms. How are you today? I saw you had a milestone today. Congratulations on, was it 200 subs? That's awesome. So, while I have some of you here, if you please take a look in your chat, we have a new friend here. She is Maine Woods Chick, and she just started her channel, and they just got their property, I believe. They're working on cleaning stuff up. They have a cute old house and then another building on their property that they're going to be, my brain is not working very well, turning into a barn, which I'm like particularly stoked for that whole process. So if you guys wanted to check her out, that would be awesome. I think I have like a really good feeling about her channel. I think it's going to be really interesting. You know, they're starting from the ground up and they've got chickens and she wants goats and stuff. Ooh, stupid thing scrolls all the way up on me. Or down rather. Okay, here we go. Big John. So, something I haven't really confessed to the YouTube world yet is that, and I'm not ashamed of it. I just wanted to do it in a way, in a video, but this is fine. So, let me tell you, I got, like, you can't see my hand motions. I don't like that. I got interested in bees because of the Flow Hive. And for any naysayers, you know, it works. Just leave it. It's just a Langstroth hive. But and so that was actually really big expense. It was $600 because at the time I didn't know, I could buy parts elsewhere or whatever. So, I mean, if you were interested in the Flow Hive, I would just get the super off topic tip because everything else is cheaper elsewhere. But I would say upwards of at least $1,000. Like to start out from nothing, like because bees cost, unless you can catch a swarm, bees cost, equipment costs, your PPE, personal protection equipment cost, and if you get good stuff, it's going to cost a little bit. And I recommend going mid-grade at least. Unless you're like an excellent woodworker and you can do all the things, and apparently wood has gone up in price, so maybe it's probably not even cheaper to buy wood now. Hello, Canadian Cabin Girl. How are you today? Thanks for linking Mainwood's Chick for me. Big John, I do recommend if you are really looking into beekeeping, one is doable, but I would recommend getting two if you can swing it. The cost, I mean, obviously that makes it a little more expensive, but in that way you can really compare and contrast and learn a little bit better, because maybe you'll have like one colony that's not doing like super great, and then you can take resources from the other colony and help the colonies out, and like it's a better learning opportunity for you. And Mainwood's Chick someday wants alpacas. Like, I could only afford starting with one, so I'm not going to say it's not doable, but I'm thankful that I have a beekeeper friend who lives about a mile from me, and I needed the bees I got. They were rock stars after they got a little bit of help. So sorry, I have something in my eye. I got like 2 frames of brood from my neighbor, and then everything was fine. But before that, they were really slow. So I would recommend getting 2 if you can swing it. Boom, boom. Yes, if you could take a minute and like the stream, that helps channels out. That would be awesome. Sorry, I'm extra breathy right now. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Silhouette Park Farm, hey! How are you? You're very welcome, Big John. Hey, the Lala Farm, how are you? Okay. You say the same. I'm assuming about using colonies and not one. Fleetwood Patch, I posted my first video on August 23rd of this year. Where's Kate? She is late again. She might be doing chores. I'm not sure if there is a DIY Flow Hive, because the Flow Hive is, the flow part of the hive is just a super, and like you could build the outsides of it, but the frames that go in the box are not DIY-able. Building your own hives is a good way to go if you want to spend the time doing that. I could not justify the time and the cost to build my own hives compared to just purchasing. Because, time is money too. The Lala Farm, yeah, absolutely. My first recommendation for anyone interested in beekeeping is finding and joining your local bee club. And that's because beekeeping is local and they will know a lot of the specific ins and outs to your area. You can learn from other people, other places. I mean, the basics are the same, but it's really nice to know certain things about your area because timing's going to be a little different and things like that. No need to apologize, Philip Park Farm. You do you. Gosh, I'm getting so frustrated at the chat because like I touch it weird and it scrolls all the way to the bottom, and I'm like, no. Well, the flow frames are not DIYable unless you can print them from plastic because they're actually plastic. They're not wood. So I can show you sometime, but they're we're I don't believe those specific things are not DIYable. Fleetwood Patch says, so our weather can get down below 0 in January. Can bees survive that or that would kill them? They survive it. They're fine. I mean, people keep them in freaking Canada where it's way colder. I get below 0 here too. You just, if you want to, you can like insulate them. I don't always. I do if it's going to be like really cold. It wasn't very cold last year. So I didn't insulate them, but I did insulate my one when I had one colony the winter prior. Bruce from PA Swarm King says he'll keep bees in the toilet if he has to. I'm not sure how you would do the thing because it's like copyrighted and stuff, but sure, go ahead, try it. Oh, hi Patty. How are you? You are sitting in the something listening. Great. I'm glad you are. Oh my gosh, there's something in my eyeball is so frustrating. Okay, so let's get into the meat of this. Well, there's not much meat. I really don't have an agenda, but I did get a mail. I got a mail from the Lala Farm, which is pretty exciting. I accidentally won a t-shirt from them because I spelled something right. And I don't remember exactly what it was. So, they have a few different t-shirt styles you can pick from. And I just picked a simple one because I wasn't sure of the sizes and I wanted Dan to wear it if I couldn't. So here's the front. That looks nice. Sorry, it's a little bit blown out, the color. There we go. And then I really like their regular logo. So that's why I picked this one. So they have great shirts. Seems like really nice quality. And it's probably going to be a Dan shirt. But it will be something he can wear for sure. Like I haven't ordered shirts online because like either they have really crappy measurements for girls. And so I was like, well, I know Dan's an XL, so Hi, Sweet Pea Farm. Sorry, I have to turn off the heater real quick. I'm sweating. My feet are sitting right in front of the heater vent behind me, and I'm like dying. Okay, I'm catching up in the chat. Oh, this is my friend James Pruitt. He has a channel that he does like storage. What are those things? you know, where you store stuff, storage things. So he buys the storage. What are those? Storage cell thingies, and then he resells what's in it. He also has a little bit of a YouTube help channel as well. I like listening to him talk. I saw that, I don't know if I missed it. Canadian Cabin Girl says they have lots of beehives there, and it gets down to -50 Celsius, and they're in northeastern Ontario, Canada. Yeah, they have been around longer than us, but not in the U.S. Well, there was a native honeybee in the U.S., but it went extinct. But honeybees are non-native to North America. If anyone didn't know that, that's one of my favorite little tidbits. Hi, Sweet Pea Farm. Hope you're well. Abandoned storage unit. Yes, unit. That was the word that I could not think of. They want to know if it's like the show. It's kind of like the show, but less crazy, I'm assuming. It actually got a little brighter outside. It's been crazy raining. So this morning I had to go out to the donkeys, and they were, so like I said before, it was like raining and sideways rain and really windy this morning. And so I went out, and the donkeys were just standing by a tree. I don't know why they were not in their shelter that I have for them. And so they were just sitting there soaking wet, looking miserable. So I went to their shelter. It came undone in a spot, and so it was like flapping a little bit. And I was like, okay. So I went out there, and then like I tied it up so it didn't flap. And I came back in, and I was just dripping wet. It was ridiculous, and they were such turds. I had to go. Oh, the Lala Farm. I already showed your shirt. And so I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah. Sunny's Place, honeybees are not native to North America. There's lots of native bees in North America. So like bumblebees, those are native bees. There's a bajillion, like, I think, is it 4,000? Oh, the rest of the cool stuff, I got a sweet sticker from Lala Farm. Boop, boop, boop. It's nice. Sure. There are 4,000 species of native bees in the U.S. in North America. Yeah, I don't know, like, they can't maybe survive up here. So they could be native there and just not be able to survive up here, which is why, because there's only Apis mellifera in the U.S. right now, or supposed to be. Canadian Cabin Girl's sister has a donkey on their farm named Donkey. I hope he's happy, Donkey, because most donkeys need at least another donkey to be most happy. But sometimes they make friends with other animals, which is nice. Sweet Pea Farm has a big hive. Sorry, I gotta move this a little closer. There we go. And never collected honey from them ever. Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. I do because I eat an obnoxious amount of honey. Bees are pretty awesome. There's a lot to it. I'd say the general care is not like extensive because you're not doing stuff every day with them like you are with chickens and stuff. Brain part. But yeah, I mean, in general, I think they're relatively easy. I mean, but there's a lot to it, so you have to learn a lot of stuff. That's kind of the hard part, is learning all the ins and outs, I think. Hometown, Homestead, hello. How are you today? Oh, so I also want to take a minute and give a shout out to my only mod here right now, as Emma from Sunny's Place. She's really awesome. You should check out her channel if you have a moment. I think she's super cool. The hardest part of beekeeping, I think, is keeping up with the varroa mite, because that's the biggest pest for them. And then just, I don't know. I mean, it's not, sometimes lifting stuff is really hard, but you can modify things. Thank you. I like it too. I mean, overall, it's not like beekeeping, I don't think is hard, but there's a lot to it. It sucks when they leave or if something happens to them, because like they're not fluffy pet me things or anything like the donkeys and stuff, but I still feel attachment to them because I care for them. Bye, Canadian Cabin Girl. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you were here. I'm drinking honey tea out of this right now because I was hoping it would help with my voice. A while ago, I rocked out too hard and I was dancing around, and I like totally gave myself like an asthma attack kind of, and it kind of messed up my throat. I'm kind of frustrated at this light here. I'm just gonna real quick, making me a little blown out. Yes, echinacea and lavender are great honeybee resource flowers. Honey tea. It's not fresh honey. I haven't extracted yet this year. And honestly, yeah, I would use it because it's just honey and water. But yeah, it was the honey to help with my voice and stuff. Sunny's Place. You need to be careful with your rocking out. Yeah, I did. That's what I was talking about. I hurt my voice. Like, it took me days to recover. It took me like an hour to like just catch my breath. It was Black Betty though. Like, that's such a fun song, and I hadn't rocked out in like a really long time. I have regrets, okay? It wasn't good. Let me look at my notes here. So, Wonderland Acres did, I know, Black Betty does rock. See? You get it. And it was the spider, what is it? Is it Spider Bait version, which is a little bit more hardcore than the original Black Betty, but the original Black Betty is pretty hardcore also, I think, and it just makes me move. I couldn't even help it. Oh, Fleetwood Patch, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. So, Wonderland Acres, although she's not here, I don't know where she is. did a 10 questions challenge, and we had talked about her tagging me, and then she decided not to, which is completely fine. But I decided to answer a couple of the questions because they were there. And so I just thought there was some stuff that you guys might find interesting. Yes, whoa, Black Betty, indeed, Emma. So one of the questions I wanted to answer was, how long have you been homesteading or living a frugal life? And we purchased this property in December 2016. And so we have been, we were snowed in then. And then we tried a baby goat, and then the baby goat died. And then we got chickens. So that's when we got our acreage. And there's 20 acres here. And it's fenced all around because there's free range cattle at certain times of the year. So I guess it's been almost 4 years. Feels like a really long time. Is it more than? Yeah, should be 4 years next month. So, yeah, so we moved in this place December 12th, 2016. It was hardcore. And another question was, where are we now and why did we choose the location you're at now? So we're in Central Oregon, and we picked Central Oregon. We're from the west side of the Cascades, and it rains a lot there. And I have seasonal depression. And so I was like, well, I really want to live in Oregon, but I don't know how well I'll be able to handle the west side again. And so I was like, well, let's go to the sunny side. They boast 300 days a year of sunshine here in Central Oregon. And I was like, I'm for that. But now I'm kind of like, it's really cold in the winter. It's sunny, but cold. And so, we're thinking about toying with the idea of moving, but it won't be like for a really long time. So this one says, give your best tip for living a frugal life. Dan and I, you're from the PMW hometown Homestead. Where are you from? Like, because Western or like the west side of the Cascades, it doesn't really get that cold. Like maybe like 28 or something, which is not that cold because we get negative here in Central Oregon. So best tip for living a frugal life is definitely do your research on things that you're looking into. And Dan and I like to get like mid to mid high range, like grade things, like not the absolute most expensive thing, but not the cheapest thing either. Because if you get the cheapest thing, then you're just going to be buying the cheapest thing over and over again when it breaks. And learn how to fix stuff. And another one is give your best tip for homestead living. I would say that's funny. Okay, Sunny's Place. Thanks for coming. Have fun with your girls. I guess I'll fend for myself, which is fine. I hope you have a great weekend. So my best tip for homestead living is don't take it all on at once. And what I mean by that is, start with an animal that you want to start with, just one at a time. So like chickens, for example, just start with chickens, get used to chickens, then add in something else. Like develop your routine and figure out what your limits are, because everybody has a limit to what they're capable of doing, what they want to do, what makes them happy. Like, because adding that one more animal might be like that last thread where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because a lot of people have been there and it happens. And so my best tip for homestead living is take it slow and do one thing at a time and figure out what's most important to you. Because once you get animals, you're kind of stuck unless you have trusted people to come help take care of them if you want to travel or things like that. That's one thing that I'm a little bit miffed about, is like I don't have the opportunity to travel like I wish I would. With Dan, I could go anywhere by myself, but I want to go with Dan. And the next question is, what did you do before this style of living? What was your job or lifestyle? So before Dan and I purchased this property, he was in the Army. And so he was, and I was with him. Oh, bye, Big John. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it definitely can get overwhelming fast. And one thing I would say about it is that if you get an animal that says that say eats the same food, for example, we went from chickens and then we got ducks, and our ducks and chickens eat the same feed, so it doesn't feel like a whole lot extra. And then we got quail, and while they don't exactly eat the same feed, sorry, I'm getting all these notifications and I'm like, oh, then it doesn't feel like really an extra animal, but you'll feel it in your wallet, really. Especially if your chickens are freaking divas and won't eat anything but the most expensive feed out there. So like right now, so we have the chickens, ducks, geese, quail, and bantam chickens. So I think like we started out with all birds, and then we added the donkeys. And then I was kind of like, oh, I love the donkeys, don't get me wrong, but it adds in the extra expense of, buying hay and figuring out how to move the hay around, and making sure the hay doesn't get wet and things like that. So it can be a lot sometimes. Oh, right. So I saw that Pathways Homestead came in. Hi there. How are you today? So what did we do before we got this place? Dan was in the military, and he got stationed, and I was with him in Germany. And we were there for 4 years, and we were in southern Germany. Hi, Hat Creek Homestead. And before that, we were in South Korea for about a year. So before I met Dan, I was in college. I was studying math at Portland State University. So I really didn't have like a lot of world experience before I got married. I got married at 22. And so I did my like adult growing up in South Korea for a year, and then Germany. And so I think that really changed me for the better as a person, and really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff in the world, which is nice. And so this was a 10-question challenge, but I'm not answering all of them because I don't care to. But the last one is, tell us about your style of growing methods and why I chose that method for gardening. I grow everything in raised beds because, one, I like my back, and I want my back to last me for the rest of my life. I already, give it a hard time with beekeeping. So raised beds, they're easier on your back, and I think they're easier to maintain in general because there's going to be less weeds and also less digging critters getting to your garden. And one main reason why I went with raised beds is because of gophers. We have such a bad amount of gophers here. I caught 21 gophers this year. With the gopher hawk trap, I recommend it. I can link that in the description after if you're interested. The gopher hawk trap, it's so easy. But 21 gophers, guys, that's a lot. And there's still more that I haven't managed to catch. So that's why I garden in raised bed. So the raised bed has hardware cloth on the bottom to prevent digging critters from going in. And um, I'm so mad at the gophers because last winter they took out a small apple tree. And I thought it was so rude. I was like, I'm very like live and let live. Like they were fine. It was even fine that they took out smaller plants. Once they took out the apple tree, I was done. Like I started, having to protect, my investment of planting trees and stuff. And it's not, I don't take killing things lightly. And that was actually a really big step in my world of homesteading, was because like I don't like killing mice. I don't like killing the pack rats or anything, but the pack rats cost us about $4,000 because of our heat ducting, and mice are mice. And anyway. Thanks for coming in, Castle Hives. I hope you have a great night. It is a ton of gophers, and there's more. Sometimes I just like gotta take a break. So Sweet Pea Farm wants to know, how did I meet my husband? We met through a mutual friend. So it's kind of funny. The first time we met, we were both dating someone, and that was fine. It was like whatever. But we met through our friend Jeff. And then the next time we met, because I friended him on Facebook or something, because when I met him, he was in between boot camp and AIT. And so he was on a short break then. So I met him again after he was done with AIT, and the whole 2 weeks he was here, we hung out. And then we really liked each other and stuff, and then like we're like, well, we might as well get married. And so 6 months later we got married, and here we are 10 years later. Will it grow? Hi, how are you? I'm glad to meet you. I hope you're well. How'd you find me? Okay, so my little notes here. We got our first snow last weekend, I think. And I'm finding that I don't like the snow. Well, I knew I didn't like the snow, mostly because people are really have a hard time like driving in it and stuff. But so we had our first snow, and it was only a little bit, but like it broke me down so hard that I was like, I had to do the animals, and I like started crying. It's silly, but I was just like, I am not ready for this. Oh. See you in Woods, Chick. Have a great day. Yeah, Sweet Pea Farm. It was, what's the heck, let's get hitched. Why not? I mean, we kind of thought that if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to really be good daters. Because why, if you're not going to go all in, and he's going to be living overseas, I mean, you can always, when you don't know each other that much, you can always just get divorced. If it doesn't work out, right? But that was the only way we thought we could really see where things went. And it wasn't bad, because here we are again 10 years later. We have our troubles, but everyone does. Yes, Gail Southern Living shouted me out today because she asked for stickers, and her stickers arrived already. That was really fast. Hi, Ernie Hatmaker. How are you? Did I miss when you came in? If I did, I'm sorry. Yep, it was 6 months after we met the second time that we got married. So I think we met in like March or April. March. And then we got married in September. All good. Things worked out. Don't know what would happen otherwise. Probably wouldn't be married. Or maybe I would be. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I had a rough day the other day. So I have like anxiety and stuff. And I had Bees and Brews on Tuesday, which is a get together that I organized for the local bee club and people interested in beekeeping, just for like a basic social hour. And it's fun. But lately with the COVID, people haven't been coming, which it generally is okay. But I had someone come. But apparently I was not myself on Tuesday, and I feel really terrible because Dan let me know that I kind of came off as a jerk, and that was not my intention at all. And I felt so bad because it's like I couldn't do anything about it. Like I guess I was sounded a little snotty or something, and I felt, once I thought about it, I was like really upset because I didn't know the dude enough to contact him or his whole name or anything. And so like I was sitting there, I had an anxiety spiral out of control. It was really awful. And I took a Benadryl and then I went to bed. But I felt really bad because I guess like I don't know if it's my hearing problems or something that sometimes makes my tone come out differently than intended. And I just feel bad when it happens, and I wish I could apologize to the guy, and I will the next time I have the opportunity to do so, if there's next time. But sleeping it off worked pretty good, but that anxiety spiral was hardcore. Let me tell you. So let's see what else. Unfortunately, none of my mods are here anymore. I was gonna give some. Actually, I have links in my description. So, Maine Woods Chick, she just left. I just wanted to go over this again while I have a couple new people here. So, Maine Woods Chick, link in my description. She just started her channel. I'd love it if you checked her out. They don't have a Facebook or anything, so she won't be in like the Facebook groups or anything. And they just got their property in Maine, and they are basically starting from the ground up. They're renovating the house that's there, and they're going to be changing the other building on the property into a barn, which I'm really, really excited to see. Hi, Power Code. How are you? But I'm really excited to see where she goes. She's got chickens, and she's got a nice little intro video there on her channel. And I'm just excited for her channel. I have a good feeling about it, to be honest. I think it's going to be a great learning opportunity for everybody and for them. Oh, cool. And, oops, sorry. Hang on. So how's everybody doing? Tell me, what was your most exciting thing you've done this week, or that happened for you? Tell me all the things. So the other day, PA Swarm King had a giveaway and I won it. I'm excited to get some honey because he's a beekeeper, and I haven't really tried a lot of. I don't know if I've tried any honey from the East. Excuse me. What's really interesting is honey tastes different everywhere it is. And it's just like, because I have my neighbor that's a mile away, her honey tastes way different than the honey that I have. Right on, Empower Code. How'd you find me? Did you come in last week? Your name looks familiar, but I don't recall where I've seen it before. All right, Sweet Pea Farm. I hope you have a great weekend too. Today is not as hopping as it was last week. I wonder if it's like my low key. I feel really low key today. I apologize. I guess I'm tired. So sorry. What else happened this week? I put out a video about my new queen. I had a shorts video hit 8,000 views, which was crazy. It was the quail chicks and their chicken mom. So that was exciting. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. So what do you have planned for this weekend, guys? I had to go into town today and pick up a prescription and some other, bits and pieces. I'm having a little bit of anxiety about I have some ideas of what I'm going to be putting out this winter. Like what am I going to do? It's going to be snowy. I'm not going to be outside. So I have a little bit of anxiety about what I'm going to be putting out as content this winter. Hey, Rob, how are you? I hope you're well. Mulberry Branch Farm, love that short. Yeah, I was surprised. I still haven't, sorry, I was fiddling with something. I still haven't quite grasped why certain things blow up versus other things. I'm not sure. I don't get it. Like some things I'm just like, I don't know why it would. Oh, I'm so glad Mulberry Branch Farm. That's great that you're having that happen. I think they're a real big benefit, and I think we should be taking advantage of them as channels as we can. So Will It Grow says, so I asked what was the most exciting thing this week for people, and they said last night they finally finished the rules for the new Shed Wars 2021. I don't know what Shed Wars is, but that's great. Finishing something is always like really, really nice. Hometown Homestead has scabies and their wings grew back after the mold and he's flying everywhere. Yeah, that's like one reason why I don't really want muscavies is because I'd have to keep up on their wings or something. Unless they started like, if they took to the poultry netting, the electric poultry netting that I have my chickens in. Excuse me, sorry. And so otherwise I have Swedish ducks and they're just fat, so they don't really do anything. Bye, Bruce. You got lots planned, Pete, for this winter? I think, well, I do plan on doing some beginning beekeeping stuff. I have plans for what to do before bees, and then I'll have something about equipment, and then I'll go from there. Those are my two planned ones right now, and I think it'll be fun because it just will be. But other than that, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't really know. Yeah, and then excuse me again, I'm so sorry. And then I'm finding that making videos is a lot of work. Definitely something I didn't necessarily expect. For it to like like take so long to make videos and stuff. I mean, I just started the channel in August, and I had some stuff already because I mean, why I started my channel was because I was taking video of me doing inspections in my colonies instead of doing like a written journal. I was just videoing. And so I was like, well, you know what? Why don't I just show them to YouTube or have, a place to store them basically on YouTube. And so that's why I started my channel. And I was like, well, I might as well go deeper into it and have more stuff to talk about because donkeys and stuff. And so that's where I went with it. And now I thought I would like never run out of content, but now I'm like feeling anxious about not having something. Hello, Josh. If you guys haven't checked out Homestead Overland, I recommend hanging out over there. He's a good dude. He's got really nice cinematography, and he got a drone the other day. He has a video on it. And I'm like really like surprised at like how smooth, like I'm just impressed how smooth drone videos are. It's like so crazy that they can be so in sync that there's no like wiggle or anything. Excuse me. So if I'll stop yawning now, and now you guys are probably yawning, so I'm so sorry. And I'm going to be starting a second channel. So, and that channel is going to be a YouTube help channel. And I'm really excited for it because of the way my help with like YouTube Shorts has been, and also like I already have a little bit of art and design background. And so I really hey, MB Heritage Farms again. I just really want to help. And then I like deep dive into all this nerdy YouTube stuff, and I seriously enjoy it. I enjoy learning about everything, and I want to share with you guys. And I know that a lot of you don't necessarily have the time to deep dive and research. I know you never left, you just never said anything for a really long time. Oh, you're heading out. Nice to meet you, Will It Grow. I hope to see you again. Have a great weekend. So I just like that's something I really enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna start it off quite yet. If you guys are interested, I could probably do some lives with it sooner than actual content. And if you guys are interested in that, you can let me know. And before, I know there's not very many people in here now, but before I get too far, I do want to let you guys know that you can always get a hold of me through email, and my email is contact, I'm writing it down in the chat, Farmstead by Pete Smith at gmail.com. And feel free to contact me anytime. I also have a Facebook group, and that might come through someday. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have a Facebook group called Friends of Farmstead Smith, and I just want to be like available for you guys. So sorry, I feel like so out of breath today. It's been very low key in here, which is crazy because last week it was insane. I guess everybody, I mean, it's Friday night. I wonder if I should change days. I don't know. Everybody, I think it's a decent time. I don't know. But if you guys have any like YouTube questions, go ahead. You can send them to me, and I'll think about doing like a video for my other channel. if you guys are into like having a live on my other channel, let's see if I can get to it here. I can send you the link to my other channel here. It just takes a minute because it's not doing anything yet. So it doesn't come up in search. Okay. And I'm probably going to wrap things up here because it sounds like everybody's got things to do, which is fine. Oh, Ridge Life is live now. That's probably why. Sorry, one sec. Had to switch accounts and stuff. And oh, hey, Koozie Wecken. Sorry, my chat on StreamYard is much slower than the chat. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. Pacific time is when I start. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, more people came. Heather. Oh, that's your name? Heather. It's a nice name. But let's see. Nothing like super exciting has been happening lately around here, which is kind of crazy. Usually there's like something always happening on a homestead, but like I think fall is like our fall because it's really cold. We don't really have a fall. It's just dumb. I don't know. Now it got dark. Sorry. It's just one of those times a year where things aren't very exciting. I'm sure you guys all have that. You got snow, lots of snow. Sorry, I'm looking down because the chat on YouTube is faster than the chat here on StreamYard. We got snow this last weekend. It was only a little bit, but it still made me cry. And I don't like the snow at all. And I don't like being cold. 10 to 12 inches. Where are you at? I forgot. I might ask you that like literally every time, and I'm sorry. We've had rain. It stopped raining right now, but we had rain since early morning, and my poor little backyard pond overflowed to northern Idaho. I will remember that someday. I swear. Okay, don't take me on my swear. Okay, I might remember it someday. Until then, I'll continue to ask. Hometown Homestead, where are you guys at again? 10 inches a couple weeks ago. I need to learn to love insulated bibs if you're cold. I just like Central Oregon is hard because we're in the desert. Hi, 2 quacks, 5 clucks. Where you been, Scott? My live has been low key today, and now Ridge Life went live too, and he doesn't usually go live on Fridays, but last night he was busy, so he moved it to today. South Dakota. Ugh. Do you like South Dakota? I mean, I don't know. It's just, I would rather be in a t-shirt, to be honest. Bye, Ashley. I'll see you. What are you doing tomorrow if you're still here? I would look into insulated bibs, but you know what is the worst thing right now is that in Oregon we can't try anything on. So because of COVID, See you, Rob. Let's talk about scheduling something soon. Oh, hometown homestead. I do that all the time. So I understand. But we can't try anything on because of COVID. So I ended up with a pair of pants that are slightly too small because I was desperate for pants. Oh, cool. That sounds like fun. Scott, he's going to go see Joel Salatin at Polyface Farms. That'll be exciting. I've heard good things and bad things, but you hear that about everybody. You go to Arizona in February to get warm, but not this year. Oh, that sucks that you're not going. I wish we could travel more, but I don't know anybody who I want to burden my animals with, really. And I feel weird asking other people to take care of them because they're my responsibility, really, and I don't trust anybody. So we don't really go anywhere. I really wish we could find I wish the neighbor kids were a little bit older, like a couple years older, so then I could have them do the animals. I hear the leggings suck. And my friend, I don't really wear leggings, but my friend got them and she was really disappointed in them. She said they were really similar to like baseball uniform pants. You try to miss. So who's all here right now? We have Heather. We have Scott. Says raise something for someone and have them watch it while you are gone. Like what? Chickens or something? I don't get it. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are here. Nettie. I wish I could get one of your lives someday. It's just, stupid time difference. Pig cow. Oh, we don't really do that right yet. Because, I don't know. Well, like another issue is that we live kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I have a hard time asking people to take the time to come out here multiple times a day. You filled it so much that they have an ice rink. That's so funny. I'm sorry it's so hot already. Like, didn't spring just start for you? Silhouette Park Farm. Yeah, is it like what, 10 a.m. there right now? So I think you said it was like 9 at 3 o'clock my time. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Apparently exhausted. Hi, Lady Pie Trinkets and Doodads. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm glad you came. Yeah, I don't know. Going into a 3-day heat wave. So, how hot is it? And why is it so hot? Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit tired. Usually I'm pretty amped up for these lives, and that's probably why there's not very many people here. Oh, that is warm. That's like, well, almost 100. I have to double check. 40 Celsius. to Fahrenheit. 104. That is really warm. Why is it so warm already? It seemed like it happened really fast. We only got a little bit, but it still made me cry because I don't like the snow. I don't know. It's just like the look of it, and then like I felt this like little tinge of dread for winter. It's like I don't know what winter is going to be like. Last winter um was really mild, and so if this winter isn't mild, it will be really hard for me to take care of the donkeys and stuff because we haven't had them in a lot of snow before. Year before last, we got like 3 feet of snow in March, and that was, excuse me, hardcore. And then we had like 3 feet of snow in February and or January and December of 2016, 2017 winter. And it's just like sometimes the snow just freaks me out because we got like snowed in that first year we were here. Where are you at in Australia? How do you deal with that? I mean, I guess it gets warm in places here in the States, like I think Arizona. I might have to wrap this up sooner than I want to because I can't stop yawning. Oh, we actually, you know what? We hit 46 Celsius here this summer, and that was the hot. I've never been in 115-degree weather, and it was just crazy. So this year I didn't actually water my yard, and I usually do because I like green, but I was really worried about my animals. I've never been in that warm weather before, so I had a sprinkler in each animal area because I was like, at least I can give them a slightly cooler microclimate. Okay. Queensland. Yeah, I can imagine. You guys are still experiencing drought and stuff too. But I don't know. It sounds warm. Is it humid there too, or is it just dry? Oh, so Two Quack says our past 3 winters have been mild. They say a lot of snow this year, but there's a thing called climate change. Yeah, it has changed the weather here in Virginia big time. Yes, here too. And they had 5 tropical storms. I feel sorry for Florida. They've had like what 20 or something. And you know, Dan and I have been thinking about moving, not for a while, but we were like, well, where would we go? Everywhere else sounds awful. Like I don't want to deal with tropical storms. Well, I hope you guys get rain too, Silhouette Park Farm. Um, and I don't want to deal with tornadoes. Although I might deal with tropical storms if we lived in like Hawaii. So I was like thinking, I was like, really the only place I can imagine living is further west, which there isn't much more west. There's some, but not a whole lot. Or like northwest, so like Washington or what more western Oregon or Hawaii. And I was like, well, we could move to Guam maybe. Don't come to Indiana. What's wrong with Indiana? I haven't really heard much about Indiana. I haven't, I've lived in Germany and South Korea and then, Oregon. That it's just, I haven't really been anywhere in the US compared to where I've been outside. Northwest. Yeah, that's where you are, right? You said you were, no, I don't remember. Can't remember where you said you were, to be or not to be. Well, everywhere is just boring if you're used to it. Oh, why did you leave Hawaii? I have a friend who lives on the Big Island and on the like southeast-ish corner and by Hilo. And it seems really nice there, but expensive. Oops, things are happening. Oh golly. I pressed a weird button. Go away. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes. I was going to say somewhere near Seattle, but I didn't want to be wrong. The donkeys are yelling. They think I'm late for dinner, but they have a little bit. Oh, you were in the army. I wish we got stationed in Hawaii. We were in Germany and South Korea. Well, South Korea first, and then Germany. So why did you leave Hawaii, Nate? And Heather, why didn't you go back to Hawaii? I know it's really expensive there, but are there things that are cheap there that makes up for it, or do people have a lot of problems anyway because it is expensive there? Just curious. I only know one person right now who lives in Hawaii, so I think it's really interesting. So if you're disappointed that I didn't talk about onions, I'm sorry. I just thought the picture was funny. That was my first onion I grew ever. It was about this big. I planted it spring 2018 from seed, and it was ready this year. Probably about midsummer, it was ready to pick, but I didn't pick it until late summer. Oh, and I'd love to live there. Oh, okay, I read it now. It was my bad. I didn't read it all the way. No, everything is expensive. So is there a lot of homelessness? How do people live if it's so expensive? Or do they get paid nicely? Sorry to hear that, but yeah, I could see why. My friend who lives there now, she mostly grows a lot of her food and stuff, so I think that helps them afford things. And then they harvest the wild boars and stuff, or the wild pigs. I tried to do like a picking garden this year, and my season's just too short, uh, a growing season to really get the full effect of it. And so like nothing was ready until it was like almost the end of the season. It was disappointing. Extended families in same house. Oh, that makes sense. To help afford the house and stuff. Well, everyone makes it work, I guess. That's nice, to be or not to pee. Not to be. I talked about bees earlier. We were talking about my queen video that I shared earlier this week on Wednesday. And I'm kind of like feeling a little sad that I'm not like more excited about the world today. It's been kind of a rough weekend and week for me. Marexia, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Marixa? Love, sorry for butchering your name. Hello, how are you? I see you removed that message. Are you a troll? Do I need to remove you from my live, Marixa? Because, you know, America is just America. It is what it is. I don't know. I have seasonal depression, so I think the snow this last weekend just kind of like started it. And so it's just been hard to like recover, and it hasn't really been a very exciting week. And so it's just like low key. I did have pizza last night. Which was very good. I like the pizza from the place we got it from, and I just want it to be sunny and warm. That's all. I might get used to it. Hi, Zero to Homestead. How are you? Sorry, I'm looking up and down because the chat is faster on YouTube than it is on, what is this? I'm having now brain farts. StreamYard. Oh yeah, I probably should. But honestly, it'll be sunny tomorrow. I haven't really had to use a lot of vitamin D, but maybe I might have to this year. Can I find something to make snow fun? I'd say likely not. I mean, I'll deal with it. It'll be fine. I just have to get used to it. I go through this every year, and then it'll be done. Throw some down my hubby's back. No, I don't want to do things to him that I wouldn't want done to me. Let me tell you. Though the first year we did have fun when it was really deep because, well, you had to make it fun because we were snowed in, and so we were like walking along, and then all of a sudden I just fell in the snow and it covered me fully. Like I fell all the way in, and Dan looked around and he couldn't find me, and I just started busting up laughing like a goon. And, and that was fun. But then, like, I don't know. It's just been a year. I can't wait for it to be over and spring for next year. I'm excited for spring next year. So we'll see how this winter will go. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for content this winter. I'm not really sure. I'm a little bit worried about that. But if I stick to like still like one maiden video a week, I could probably be fine. I think because it can be a little bit overwhelming. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have like some video ideas, and I think just with the start, like the official start of winter, like some snow just kind of made things a little rough for me, but it'll be fine. We'll be good. And I keep messing with stuff. So before I roll, do you guys have any questions or my prep for next year? That's a good idea. I should write that down. Heather has so much content that she was unable to put into video form, and that's what they're working on this winter, plus making better videos. I haven't really had a lot of time to check out very many channels, so I'm gonna have to take the time and check out your channel a little bit deeper. Oh well, thank you, to be or not to be. I appreciate it. So did you make videos of it and you weren't able to edit them, or did you not make videos of it yet? Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. Our spring is so far away. Like, so we So this year, I was not able to get plants in the ground until June 20th, because just a few days before June 20th, we had a freeze. And it was a crazy spring. Oh man, like, so we had a few hailstorms, and then we had really bad windstorms. And then there was a really bad windstorm at the end of May, and it took out so many, because there's a lot of agriculture here. So it took out so many people's plants and like hurt their, revenue and stuff. And I was like, one thing I don't understand is how come they put it out when they knew it was coming? But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, so I wasn't able to put anything into the ground until June 20th. Oh, well, thanks, Nate. I'm really glad you stopped by. I hope you have a good weekend, too. I'm glad to have met you this morning. And I'm stoked you're here, too, to be or not to be. It was nice. I met you last night, right, on Brian's Live. Heather's building a homestead on 73 acres in Idaho all by herself. Bought a sawmill, milling your own wood, doing a posting beam timber frame type house. I don't know what that is. That sounds exciting and good for you. I would not want to do this by myself. But more power to anyone who's interested in doing it by themselves. I think that's great, and you'll be so like proud of yourself. I'm excited for you. That's for sure. I think I remember some videos. I have to go look. YouTube is very time consuming. So yeah, it's just like so interesting, like learning to edit and everything, and then deep diving on how to make a good channel. And then, I'm interested in doing my second channel. And and that's going to be YouTube help content geared towards homesteaders and stuff. To be or not to be, what do I use for editing? So right now I have only a phone, my iPhone, and my iPad. And we're planning on getting me a computer here soon. Oh, did Romantic leave? So iPad and iPhone, that's all I have. Getting a computer soon. So on the iPad, I use iMovie, and I can use that on my iPhone too. But it doesn't, like, the full version on a computer allows you to do so much stuff, and that's why. And I think I'll be much faster with it, because I find myself a bit slow, with the touch screen. I don't find myself as fast. And then on my phone, I use either iMovie app or the app VideoLeap. And that's actually a really good app too. I use the VideoLeap on my iPad too. Yes, I'm really excited about it. I'm kind of keeping it on the DL, just telling some people here in the lives and a few select people. I'll link it one more time. I'm not ready to go super wide with it yet. So can keep it under your hat. But if you're interested, I'm gonna link it for you guys. And while it will be geared towards like homesteaders and stuff, it'll be helpful for anyone who's interested. So yeah, so I'm working on linking. I'm so sorry. I should put this link someplace easier to access. So sorry. Another yawn. Okay, so here's the link. Hi, Three Musketeers Homestead. How are you? Oh, you got a gaming computer to speed things up. That's nice. To Be or Not to Be did a bunch of editing for his wife. Sorry, I'm assuming you're male. I don't know your name. If you're not male, that's okay too. I don't care. It took forever to put it together. Yeah, it was really a lot of work. It is. But you know, one thing I'm noticing myself is content that you plan ahead of time is so much easier to edit and get done than, because like a lot of my stuff is so far has been a lot of beekeeping stuff, and you can't know what's going to go down in the colonies. Like, so I can't plan it. I can be like, oh, I'm planning on giving them feed or putting in a feeder, or I'm looking for the queen today, but you don't know like how far you're going to go or how long it's going to take, and so it can take a really long time, and sometimes it makes it really demotivating for me to sit down and take, sometimes it takes me a couple days because I'm very ADHD, and I really just need to like limit my access to the internet when I'm doing editing because I'm very easily distracted. And I think I said, hi, Three Musketeers Homestead. Just say hello again, just in case. Sign language for nurses. Oh, that sounds fun. Well, nice and useful, probably. And I'm into. So Silhouette Park Farm said it's so time consuming. I love the shorter videos. I can sort. Yeah, I agree. I also really like shorts. They're really easy to do, and they're not meant to be like super fantastic. I mean, they can be if you want to spend the time doing so, but like sometimes, excuse me, it's very hard to keep my attention for even 5 minutes, and I feel so terrible because I don't want to sit there like hating life, ready to go to the next video or something. I really want to enjoy the content that people want me to enjoy, and I find it very hard. So my friend James Pruitt, who was in here earlier, he said he does some YouTube help stuff, and he said do some. Wait, what is? Oh darn! Oh, I can't think of it now. Oh, of course I can't. I have to find it. I wrote it to a friend today. Do what you can for a few, what you can't do for many. So if you're struggling to support all the channels that you want to support, just support the ones you can and be all in on those, and don't apologize. You're doing what you can. And it's fine. Right? Daryl, how are you? I'm all fangirling now. So, if you guys don't know who Fishman76 is, he's a beekeeper, and I enjoy his videos quite a lot. I think because he's like low key and not like grumpy about stuff and not like shoving stuff down your throat. And if you don't watch him already, I suggest you do. And he was like one of the first, like I'm not, before I started my YouTube channel, I didn't really watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I watched some of Daryl's stuff and some beekeeping stuff because it helps. And anyway, you should follow his channel if you're a beekeeper. I know To Be or Not to Be. To Be or Not to Be is on their first season, I believe. Three Musketeers Homestead. I'm so glad you do. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of rain too. Not that much, I'm sure, but it's very unusual here in the high desert. Oh, I'm glad I stayed on. I'm really, yeah, I am totally fangirling. Hi, Homestead, Australia. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain for here, and my little pond is overflowing. I hope. I mean, I'm assuming the fish will stay in, but so to be or not to be did a short on their channel. Oh, that's good. It's good that you tried it. You know, if it doesn't go anywhere, you can just delete it. You know, but give it some days because sometimes it takes a while for it to pick up. Yeah, you love him. I think he's nice. He's kind of a goon. I appreciate him. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think so. But yeah, for those of you who haven't tried shorts yet, I do have a video on my channel about using shorts, and I recommend you watch it and at least contemplate checking them out. So you just had some extra time on your hands, Daryl, and you decided to hang out with me. Daryl was very nice when I started my channel, and he said that he'd help me out with anything I needed. I haven't really needed help, but you have? Oh, well, that makes me feel nice because I think you're neat. Yeah, usually mine start at 3 p.m. my time, which I think is 6 p.m. your time, which I understand why some people wouldn't be able to get it. So, Homestead, Australia, that means you need to watch my video because I'm pretty sure anybody can do it. Because you basically just film a vertical video under 60 seconds. You can choose to use the hashtag shorts with an S in your title and or description. I would try it and see what happens. You can send me a link, and if you don't want to publish it, you want to just see if it ends up looking like a short is supposed to, feel free to send me a link, probably to my email, which is on my about page if you ever want to go there. But yeah, totally. I think you should try it, and then let me know. And if anyone here would like stickers, you can send me your address because I have my little, and I'll even send it to you guys in Australia because a little letter is not going to be much. Of course, where are they? Oh, here they are. So I'm sure a little bit letter won't be very much to. Oh, well, I'll look at your channel and I'll see. So, upside down. So here's my sticker. If you guys want one, send me an email and I am happy to send you out a couple. And I'll put my email real quick in. Again, I have no idea how much it would cost to send to Australia, but I can look into it. Just send me your address and I'll ask the post office because I'd love to send you some. Yeah, so Homestead, Australia, I will check out. I'll write it down. Thanks, Daryl. You want one? Send me your mailing address. I'm gonna write down to check out your channel here after, because unfortunately, you know, I would do it on my iPad, but I can't share screen on my iPad. So that's another reason why I want to get a computer. Check out Homestead House. Oh, no problem. Oh, so at Park Farm, oh, wonder why you haven't seen them. We'll check them out. What do you mean? Yeah, go ahead and send me your address. Both of you, if you both in Australia want some. Oh, Heather got. Have you done a short yet, Daryl? Do you plan on it? If you need any help on it, let me know. My one I did with the bee slow motion, it got about 1,500 views. I mean, I know you're bigger channels and you're like, I get those views in my sleep, but whatever, you know. If you have any questions about it, let me know. So Heather got 6 new subs from her short, and the last one had like 900 views in 3 days. That's great. That's awesome. My highest one has gotten 8,000 views, and that one got me 25 subs. And then one of the donkey one got, I think, has like 14 or 1,300 views and got me like 23 subs. And so I think it's a great way to put out your channel. So yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited. I would love to know how much it costs to send a letter to Australia anyway. Might as well figure that out. So be sure to send me your mailing address. I have no clue. But I don't know what too expensive is for you. I mean, probably if it was like $15, I wouldn't do it, maybe. I'm not sure, but I really don't know how much it would be. Oh, so well, I don't remember now. Let me think. I think it was about shorts. I was asking if you tried a short yet, which I don't think you have because I probably would have seen it. If you had questions about the YouTube shorts, let me know. I'll be happy to help you if you want to make one. Well, send me your address. I won't know until I ask the post office how much it costs. If you want a sticker. If you don't want a sticker, then fine. So Homestead Australia, your editor, whatever you're using for editing, yeah, I don't have a PO box yet. Probably not until I monetize, maybe. So I found that iMovie added the black sides. So, oh yeah. So iMovie added the black side. Were you taking it with your phone? What kind of phone do you have? Because I know a way to get rid of the sides real quick. With an iPhone, I don't know how Androids work. Oh, perfect. Okay, so real quick, I'll just show you guys who are interested. You can, it's a short movie. Make sure the movie is on your phone. And then, you know, go to your, might be blown out. Oh. So the Photos app, the regular Photos app on your phone. And then you can open any video, right? So I'm just going to use this because it's horizontal. And then you go to edit. And then you can go the crop button. And sorry, I have to do it sideways or else you can't really see. So the crop button there. And you can crop down the video to the sides of the black side to remove the black things. And this is because of iMovie. So iMovie does it automatically. And I don't know if you're editing on a computer, because you can probably fix it on a computer easier. But oh, $2? That's not too much money to send a sticker. So you crop it down, then you save it. Done. So then you just post it from your phone. So post the short from your phone instead of going to the computer or whatever. And that's it. You've removed the black bars on the side. If you need me to go over that again, I would be happy to. So yeah, so Daryl, I have a video. Oh, I'll link it. If you want to learn about shorts. If not, I get it too. Because it's kind of a lot and people are like kind of feeling iffy about it. But I really think it's good to take advantage of right now while it's brand new. So, where'd we go? So it's geared towards Homestead, but whatever, it will work. It works for everybody. And Sassy and Stuart, the donkeys, are in it. And I think they're being really funny. So there's the link to the shorts video of like how to do it. So, and then just the basics is a vertical video like you would take on your phone, under 60 seconds. I would recommend, you know, under 58 seconds, because sometimes YouTube adds a second. And yeah, I'll show the stickers again. Just one sec. I have them in my hand now. So vertical video under 60 seconds. And then you post them like a regular video. It's very easy. And I like them because, you know, like I said, it's pushing my content out to new people. And I think for small channels, it's great. I think it's great for big channels too. And I think everybody should try them and see what happens, you know, at least. I mean, because like something I've had to explain to people is that it's not going to be the same for everybody. Like I have some that only got 400 views, and then I have one that got 8,000 views. And like I just say, mileage is going to vary, and you got to think about what might be interesting to other people. But honestly, I can't figure out why some things get pushed than others. Oh, well then you should definitely do short. If you have like something quick on your phone, you can actually do square videos also. So a square video, or even square to rectangle but vertical will work for shorts. For sure. I've heard some people say other things, but I know those ones for sure will work. So I won't talk about the others. So to be or not to be, here's my sticker. It has my bee. It's holographic. So my bee is from my honey labels. And I drew it and everything. And so I wish I had honey. I'd switch with you, Gerald. It would be fun. But yeah, so hit me up if you have any questions. We can talk about it. We can figure it out together if you want. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Homestead Australia. It was. I'm going to have to go soon because it's starting to get dark. But do I cream my honey? No, it crystallized. It crystallized in like under a month. This was from last year. But it crystallized very small. I could cream it and it would be like excellent creamed honey, but it's really not necessary. The crystals are pretty small, but not like creamed honey small. I forgot what I was going to say. Where was I? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. And I hate when, so for those of you who don't know, so basically, so this is like, it started to crystallize. So this is like non-crystallized honey, right? And honey crystallizes based on the flower source. And so if the flower source has more glucose, so the nectar source rather from a flower has more glucose, it's going to crystallize faster than the source with more fructose. And so spring honey tends to have more fructose. Just for some reason, I don't know the whys behind it, but those flowers, nectars, have more fructose than glucose. And then in the fall here, our main nectar source is rabbit brush. And rabbit brush has more glucose than fructose. And so this honey, I extracted in late October last year, and it crystallized in a month. And which is fine. And the faster it crystallizes, the smaller the crystals, which is nice. And there's something called cream honey, which is a process that some beekeepers do to their honey to make it have very small crystals. And it's kind of like the texture is very smooth. It's nice. It's not drizzly like regular honey is. Oh, that would be great. I would love to try some of your honey, Daryl. Right. Homestead, Australia. You can and you can't. So here in the States, people don't know anything about crystallized honey, and they're often like, what's wrong with my honey? What do I do? How do I fix it? And I'm like, guys, it's not broken. It's freaking delicious as is, and it's not making you a mess on your counter. Hi, AL4N777. Well, I only got 9 medium frames this year, so I probably won't be sharing. No offense. Because it's not going to last me very long. But once I have an abundance, I would love to send you some too. Now, this is my sentimental honey, so this is my first year's harvest. And I had 3 sizes that I sold. So I sold a pint, a half pint, and a 2-ounce jar. And my honey got first place in the fair last year. And then behind me, for those of you who haven't been here before, is a frame of last year's honey that I entered into the fair. And I'm just keeping it in the frame because I think it's pretty and it's neat. And I have a lot of sentimental value for it. And so yeah. So that's what creamed honey is, and that's what crystallized honey is. And I personally love crystallized honey because it's less messy. How much do I charge? So charging for honey can be tricky. You live near Seattle, so you could probably get a pretty good price for it. I think Daryl probably can't charge very much in his area. So for me, actually, last year I charged $17 for a pint, $12 for a half pint, and $5 for 2 ounces. And I sold out in a week. I had, yeah. And so actually, if I was going to actually get honey this year, which I didn't because it was a terrible year, I was going to actually up my pints to $20. And I probably would have sold out. But, so it really just depends. So my honey, think of it how it is. For me, my honey is very boutique. I don't have a lot of them. Hives. Right now, I have only 4. And bye, Hometown Homestead. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Oh, bye, Homestead, Australia. Yeah, I have about 5 minutes before I have to go because it's getting dark. I only have 4 hives. Last year I harvested from 3 hives, which I had 5 hives last year. And so my honey is very boutique. Additionally, I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any agricultural crops within 5 miles of my house in any direction except for one hay field, and the bees aren't going to go there. And they also don't use pesticides or herbicides. So, not only do they not have the pesticide pressure, they're in a very natural area. I live in the Crooked River National Grasslands, and there's only 7 grasslands in the United States. And so, when you're selling your honey, and I actually have plans to talk about this kind of stuff a little bit deeper of how you can like bring more value to your honey, if that's something that you want to do, is really think about the benefits and think about how you take care of your bees. Like some people don't treat, and that's fine. It's not something I do. I treat my my bees. I use organic treatments, however, and so I'm very truthful about that. So I only use AP Guard and Formit Pro and oxalic acid. And that's all I can think of. That's all that I've used so far. And so just being really open about your product and what makes it unique is, I think a really good way to go. But so that was way different topic. But I hope to. Oh yeah, HopGuard is another one, but I have not heard very good results with HopGuard. They actually came out with HopGuard 3 recently. I haven't used it, but I've heard bad reviews of HopGuard in general. But I would try it, and especially now that they made a new, like probably a stronger one. It's hard to use. Is it? I thought it was just little strips. I think Formic Pro is really easy, and I think AB Guard's really easy. And I mean, in general. But yeah. Oh, it's very sticky. Yeah, I think like that's one detriment of the HopGuard is like if you accidentally stick your queen to it or something. Yeah. I mean, some death is going to happen with all treatments if you choose to treat. And so, it's a one of those, you never know. But I'm very happy you guys came. And again, Daryl, if you have any questions about the shorts, hit me up. I'd love to chat with you about them if you want to try them. And I'm really happy you came to Be or Not to Be. It was good to meet you and talk bees. I like talking bees. I could talk bees a lot. And I know this was my 3rd season, but I did way too much research. I have a lot of knowledge in my brain. I have 3 seasons plus a few seasons of not having my own bees of practical experience. But I mean, I wouldn't say I know everything, but I'm happy to learn. Oh, you're so welcome. You know what? I'm feeling a lot more positive now too. And so at Park Farms, if you didn't leave, I appreciate you. And I don't know. It says AL4N777. I'm just going to call you Alan. Thanks for coming. And I appreciate it, everyone. And thanks for stopping in, Daryl. Let me fangirl all over the place like a goon. Have a great weekend. Oh, I'm glad you were still here, Heather. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon.